Hello, I'm Corey Leslie, and welcome to Leslie Bonsai Gardens. Today we are gonna work on this Japanese maple here. I have been looking at this tree for a while now, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with it, but I think I figured out what I need to do. That was a hard decision, but there's a lot of little nitpicky things that need to be done to this tree to make it look a little better, and we'll go through that. Just cleaning up the tips and getting rid of buds that don't need to be there. This spring we will be looking at this root ball, but we won't be doing it. This is the wrong time of year. So what we will be focusing on today is the top. Now, right now, we'll come in a little bit closer and I'll show you the main focus of this video today. Today, if you look up here, up at the top, and how this tree flows, it's got a nice trunk. And if you come down here, it's got a decent looking trunk here. But if you look, as the trunk comes up, then it tends to keep the same thickness for a long, it has movement, but it keeps the same thickness a long ways, and we don't like that, or I don't like that. So right here, I'll move the camera so you can kind of see it a little better, hopefully. Right here, it comes up in the gooseneck right here, for a lack of better terms. I'm going to snip it, or I'm gonna cut it right there. It's gonna be a drastic cut. But I'm going to cut this top off right there. And then there's this part right here. There's this little thing right here that I'm going to let that become a new leader to start some more work here. So we have years to go before this tree will be a show tree. But, we'll have a lot to work on. So, let's get that started. So, first off, I'm going to set this back so you can see. I do want to apologize for the cars, but that's just where I live. So, hopefully, you can bear with that. Now, I am going to use this tool to cut this top off here. This tool leaves very clean cuts. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to be loud. So bear with us. Let's see. First, let's take a look. I want to kind of get in there and look at the best angle. This is still be a drastic cut, but we want this to come in, keep this curvature going, and let this continue and be the lead. And then this can come up and be this top that this was right here. So let's just use this branch here as the guide to where to cut. Okay? Okay. See what a pretty drastic cut there. But now we have taper that we wanted. There's the piece that we cut off. Pretty drastic there. Okay, let me get my toolbox out. I'm going to use this thing and clean it up just a little bit more. That way, when it heals, it will heal as cleanly as possible. Alright, now, since we took care of that, let's come through the tree on what's left and get rid of anything that we don't want that might look unpleasant in any way. This thing down here is going straight down. I don't want to block that. Let's take you over here. To show you what I was doing here. Just cleaning up things over here. See, when I did that top cut, I got rid of most of my problems that I noticed that I had, that I thought I was going to have to take care of. Got rid of them. So that's actually quite nice. Sitting here going through these knobbies and just cleaning everything up. Just take your branch pruners and get in there and clean up all your knobs. Clean up the tree. It's a nice day. It's a perfect day to get all this done. Except, you know, it gets kind of noisy. Hanging straight down. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. Clean up these bumps all over the outside of the trunk. this next season, I'm looking for like an explosion of growth. Hopefully, this neighborhood has been pretty good for it. Now, when you're pruning, you always want to make sure that you get rid of anything that's grown in the, like in between the branch, like in the cross sections. You never want anything there because that always looks bad, but for some reason that's where a lot of new growth will emerge right there. A lot of stuff happens right there for some reason. So that's something you'll constantly be cleaning up because that's where it happens. A lot of times you can clean them up with your fingers and they'll just pop off and you don't have to use pruners, but then sometimes you definitely do. You get a buildup of, it's almost like warts. But then you get really cool textures. Don't get me wrong, you get really cool textures on the tree. But I have heard that some, like for Japanese maples or in that case, they look for less trauma to the trunk on the Japanese maples. So you try to get rid of the stuff on there without having all those marks on the trunk. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Like, some trees, the more marks and stuff, more characteristics you have on it, the cooler you think the tree is. That's not, I guess, not necessarily the case for these guys. And I don't know if that's fact. I just go by what I like to see. It's my trees. I try to make them look pleasant. So, as long as you guys like to look at them and I like to look at them, that's kind of sort of what I go by. And if they actually look like this in nature, you know what I mean, jelly beans? Yeah. If you're watching my channel and watching my videos, I appreciate it, by the way. I'm glad that you're here and hope you're getting something out of it. You know? Okay, well now, if you look at this tree, it's pretty drastically changed. It's been changed drastically. Just by that one major cut, but we have got the taper that I've wanted, and everything starts somewhere, right? We had to do something with it, right? So we had to make that major cut. And see, we had this growing. We had to do something. Almost thinking, I wonder if we need to do another. Let's look at that again. See, like, it's just the way my brain works, you know? Like, let me step back. Let me look back. Let me step all the way back here. Now it has too much vigor on this side. So it's almost like I need to balance the vigor of the tree again. That way. Need to balance the tree and I think I know what we need to do. First, okay, it's got those two. Yeah. That's what we needed to do to balance out the tree on both sides so that one wasn't too much. Because we didn't want one part of the tree growing too much more than the other. So it comes up, divides into two. Divided into two. Then it had this, it had that. Yeah. Alright guys. That is what we want to do to that tree today. I'll show you what we cut off. Today, these are the two major cuts we did. So, we'll set these aside right here. And, alright, let's hope this little baby This tree will do just fine. Alright. Pretty much everything else looks alright. There is one thing down here I'm going to get rid of. I just saw. It's just one thing hanging down. Minor detail. Everything else looks like it's in order because I have kept this tree in order pretty much from the get-go since I got it. And now we will leave this thing alone, and then spring I plan on doing a repotting of this tree. Now we'll put it back in the same soil, but I want to put it in a better pot. I have I have about $50 worth of soil in here for this tree. So we'll keep it in there. It's good pumice. And no sense in wasting it. It's a beautiful tree. We're going to keep it going. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free. And even if it's cold outside, like it has been, try to get out, do some gardening. Tell me what your favorite tree is. Tell me what you like to do. And let's get a conversation going. Enjoy the outside. Alright? Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.